हाँ, sure, sure. Lag timing ना, ठीक, okay. Uh, Good afternoon to all the participants for this live session, the first live session on the MOOCs course on biomass conversion and biorefinery. So if you have any queries, please type it here in the text box of the YouTube link here. Okay, I'll be happy to address those. Okay, so let me just begin with giving a small intro of what we have already discussed. As you know that we have started our first module, that is the week one module, two lectures, basics about the current world energy scenario, how we are consuming the fossil fuel, how they are getting depleted, the respected environmental concerns or the issues that are arising out of the fossil fuel burning, and then why do we need a biomass first industry under a biorefinery first. Then in the second module, it was four lectures, and we actually discussed in detail about the biomasses, their availability, the photosynthesis basics, their composition, their energy potential, how do we produce biomass, then different types of waste biomass, such as municipal, industrial, agricultural, forestry, their availability as well as energy potential. Then we went on to discuss about the biomass as the energy resources. So here we discussed the dedicated energy crops, annual crops such as maize, sugar beet, hemp, then switchgrass, miscanthus, poplar, willow, all these biomasses in detail. Then we shifted to discuss about the oil crops. Then their biorefinery potential. Then we discussed in detail about the microalgae as a feedstock for biofuels and biochemicals. Then we also discussed that how do we enhance the biomass properties of the biofuels. What are the challenges that lies in the conversion of such biomasses to biofuels. Then slowly we moved on to biorefinery, which is an important part of this particular course. We discussed the basic concepts of biorefineries, then what are the types of biorefineries that are available and that are commercialized also. We discussed about the biorefinery feedstocks, their properties, physicochemical properties. Okay. Then we also discussed about the integrated biorefinery. And one of the most important things which need to be understand and learned is the economics, process economics, okay, and the life cycle assessment of the biorefinery. Right. So, as you know, that biorefineries are a very important part of the entire biomass business. The reason is that whenever you look for converting a particular biomass to certain biofuels or chemicals, it is not very sustainable. The meaning why it is not sustainable. The reason is that if you are targeting a particular product from a particular feedstock, then it is not sustainable. So to make it sustainable, you have to target different feedstocks or multiple feedstocks as well as multiple products. Okay, a single product will not make us our biorefinery run in a economic conditions, or it will not be economical and it will not be sustainable also. Okay. So that is the reason that we should go for multiple feedstock as well as multiple products. One more important thing in the entire biorefinery and biomass business is that we need to also take care of the waste biomasses and use them for our resource generation, right? So then one of the most important topic we have discussed about the biomass pretreatment. How do you pretreatment biomasses? Because the biomass are very recalcitrant. It contains, if it is a lignocellulosic biomass, most of the biomasses are lignocellulosic, not all of course. So they contains lignin, cellulose and hemicellulose. So intricately bound together that we need only cellulose and hemicellulose so that we can convert them to sugars, reducing sugars so that we can ferment it. Okay, if we are talking about alcoholic fuels. So pretreatment is very important. So we have discussed about dilute acid, alkali, ozone, hydrolysis, and then we have also discussed hybrid methods. Okay. Then we started discussing the physical thermal conversion processes. Okay, like what are the different types of conversion processes available? Like gasification and pyrolysis basics we have covered. Thermal conversion products. Okay, sorry, processes. And also, if you very closely watch that every such lecture is followed by certain products, thermal products. Okay, if it is a gasification, if it is pyrolysis, then what are the resultant products and the commercial success stories I have included it deliberately so that you will understand that these are actually happening around the globe, including in India also. Then we shifted to microbial conversion process where we discussed about detailed types of fermenters, then various products, commercial success stories. Then we went into biodiesel, one of the most important form of the biofuel. So diesel from vegetable oils, algae. Then how do you produce diesel from the syngas? So we discussed about the transesterification reaction, the FT process, different types of catalysts, all these things. So fuel properties, biodiesel purification. Then we also move to bio-oil and biochar, which are pyrolysis products. Okay. So the different types of reactors, factor affecting the biochar, bio-oil, and how do you upgrade those? Right. Then we are discussing now bioethanol and bioethanol, like corn ethanol, lignocellulosic ethanol. Then what are the microorganisms available for fermentation? Cellulases, the enzymes which are responsible for this fermentation, their role in hydrolysis. Then what is SSF, what is CBP, that's simultaneous saccharification fermentation, consolidated bioprocessing, advanced fermentation technology, and then we discussed AB fermentation pathway and kinetics. Then slowly we are going to discuss hydrogen, methane, methanol, and then organic commodity chemicals like lactic acid, polylactic acid, then succinic acid, propionic acid, acetic acid, butyric acid, all these things. And in the finally, we will be going to discuss the different biorefinery like refineries based on corn, soybean, sugarcane, refineries based on lignocellulosic biomass, aquaculture algal biorefinery, waste biorefinery, and techno-economical analysis. So with this, I stop now. I just told that what is our what we have discussed and what we are going to discuss. If you have any particular question, please feel free to type it here. I'll be happy to answer. You may please type your queries or questions in the text box here in this YouTube link, okay, where you are watching this. I'll answer the queries. So, all of you, those who are attending and watching, or may later on see, I would like to say that in our next live session, that may happen sometime in the first week of April, maybe the date will, of course, you can come to know. I'll be discussing about the ANSEM exam, the pattern, the type of questions that you can expect, and what are the division of questions. So we'll discuss about all these details in our next live session. So herein, if you have any question, please feel free to ask me. I'll wait for some more time. Firstly, Okay, so I got a question from Sajjad Ahmed. I would like to ask that in your personal opinion, what is the best strategy when you compare gasification and pyrolysis to obtain energy products? Okay, good question. So, gasification and pyrolysis both are thermal conversion processes, but they are entirely different. Okay, in pyrolysis is done without any oxygen. Okay, and gasification there is limited supply of oxygen. And in gasification, the products are different. Okay, you get syngas and all such things. Pyrolysis is probably one of the process in which you may get three different products. Of course, their amount may differ. Like you may get oil, which is pyrolysis oil or bio oil. You may get whatever left out biomass, that is called char, biochar. Quality will depend upon the feedstock as well as the process conditions or parameters, and gas. The gas means the non-condensable gases. The condensable part is actually condensing into liquid, which may be oil. Part of that may be oil. It will have a lot of water content. So pyrolysis is always a win-win situation if you compare with gasification, but gasification is used to ready power production, for ready power production. Okay, so when you talk about a biorefinery model, let us say I am using sugarcane, bagasse, and all such things, no, to produce energy actually. So in that gasification and all actually plays a very vital role. So gasification can be very easily integrated for the CHP, the combined heat and power generation. Pyrolysis may not. Okay. So that is the one of the most important division, the way we use it in biorefinery. But pyrolysis has its own advantage, as I told you. You can, from the single feedstock, you can have three different fuels: gaseous fuel, liquid fuel, as well as solid. Okay, is there any limitation you are facing in gasification process in biomass energy production? See, every process, every conversion process, biomass conversion process, whether it is pyrolysis, gasification, HTL, or you talk about fermentation, there are limitations. So there is not a single conversion process which do not suffer from any limitation. Now, as an engineer, it is our job to overcome these limitations by optimizing the process parameters. Okay, process optimization, right? So that is very important. So I would like to make one thing very clear to all of you. In the entire biomass bioenergy business, okay, that is, if you see, our course is conversion and refinery. Okay, so in the beginning, in my opening remark, as I told you, that we should have multiple feedstock and we should have multiple products. That only our biomass conversion under a biorefinery umbrella will be sustainable. Okay. So in gasification, there are certain issues that I will not discuss here because those are research problems. This is a course. Of course, there are issues, but we can definitely overcome those because so many successfully gasifiers are successfully installed, commissioned, going on in India as well as outside. So I think if you do not have any more questions, I'll sign off. I hope you are enjoying this course. This course is actually very important from the government of India's as well as state government's policy towards renewable energy, biofuels and all. And the government of India is also looking forward and supporting to install various biorefineries, first of its own kind is coming in Assam itself, that is in Numaligarh Refinery Limited. We are going to have this one a bioethanol plant. It will be from the bamboo. Okay. So thank you very much for joining today, and wish you all the best. Still, if you have any question, please do drop a mail to me. Research related question, I'll answer through mail. I'll try to answer, no issue at all. So, wish you all the best and see you in the next live session where we'll discuss about the exam, the question patterns and the type of questions you may expect. Thank you very much.